Hi everybody, it's Ari from Literary Gladiators, and I just got a big box of books from my friend Trevor. Thank you very much, Trevor. I really appreciate getting these books. The cool thing about all these books is that they're all Doctor Who books from like the late 80s, early 90s. Some of them are also from the late 90s as well. And I have not really looked through this box yet, so I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing slash book haul kind of thing. I've not done one of these before, so I'm a little not sure how to do it, but I'm just going to play along with it. So there are a lot of books in this box, about 20 or so. So I'm just going to do a brief unboxing kind of thing. So they're all Doctor Who books, remember that. So this one is called Taking of Planet 5. Looks like a pretty cool cover. Got a little skull in it. Interesting. This one is The Adventuress of Henrietta Street by Lawrence Miles. On February 9th, 1783, a funeral was held in the tunnels of the Dead Heart of London. It was the funeral of a warrior, a paladin, and an oracle, the last of an ancient breed, whose once stood between the... Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, small print though. The Mark of the Rani. This is a 1985 story that was televised, starring Colin Baker as the Doctor. Looks like it's from the Target range, which is where most of the covers come from, as well as some originals. This one is Time in the Rani. This is another episode. The Rani was a female Time Lord, that would be her right there, played by Kate O'Mara, and this is 1987. This is the very first story featuring the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. That was an interesting episode. I didn't like the episode, but the book probably be good. Now here we're going back into the 1960s. This is The Mythmakers, which was an episode that aired in 1965, I believe, or 66, something like that. Not really sure what this episode was exactly about. I do know it has William Hartnell as the Doctor. I also know it has Vicky as the companion, played by Maureen O'Brien, and Stephen, played by Peter Purves, who later went on to be on that talk show Blue Peter. The Ancestor Cell, by Stephen Cole and Peter Angelidis. Now, I have other Doctor Who books by Stephen Cole. He's an excellent writer. He did a story called Sting of the Zygons that was really good. This is an 8th Doctor story, it says it on the back. So, okay, let's see this one. The Banquo Legacy by Andy Lane, and again, Justin Richards, who is another Doctor Who writer. He did stories such as... he did Martha in the Mirror, which is one of my favorites, although I lost it when I was in Israel. I don't have it anymore. I think he also did Snow Globe 7, which was okay. Wasn't great. But, yeah, interesting. This one is about a scene of a gruesome murder 100 years ago, in 1898. Remembrance of the Daleks. This cover is part of a new series. I have another book of the same kind of cover and everything called The Sands of Time. There are specific 50th anniversary collection. So this one's relatively new, actually. This one could be easily 2013, 2014, but the episode itself is 1988. It's one of my favorite episodes of all time, and it stars again the 7th Doctor. Obviously, it has the Daleks in it. The Fall of Yiquatine. I'm not 100% sure what that word is, but Yiquatine is the name of the planet, or the cultural, political, and economic center of the Minerva system, a planet with only a month left to live. So it's another 8th Doctor story. Dragonfire. This is a story that introduced the 7th Doctor's companion, Ace. This Ace is my favorite companion in the entire show, so I'll throw that at you. It also stars a guy named Savalon Glitz, who's a recurring character. It's kind of interesting to read this. It's the book has some what's the word, controversial stuff in it between glitz and A's, like, you know, sexual references and stuff. So I'm looking forward to reading that. The Edge of Destruction. This is the third ever Doctor Who story. It aired in 1963, 4 maybe, something like that. And it's quite interesting. Like the TARDIS looks to be possessing people, and it's not. It's just there's a problem with the system. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a very good episode. It's only a 2-parter, but it's got a lot of tension in it. It stars Hartnell, and then William Russell as Professor Ian, not Professor, but the teacher Ian Chesterton, and then Jacqueline Hill is the teacher Barbara Wright, and then Caroline Ford is Susan Foreman, who's the Doctor's granddaughter. Here's another 7th Doctor story, The Happiness Patrol, with starring the Candyman. And it's a really good episode, and I'm looking forward to reading this book too. It's about everyone has to be happy, and if you don't, you die. Basically, that's what it is. Slipback. Now, I've heard about this one. This was a radio special. I know that it's a 6th Doctor story. I think it was done on some sort of pirate radio station in the 1985 hiatus. So I think this is the same book. If I'm wrong, feel free to tell me in the comments, but pretty sure it's the same book. That's going to be interesting. So this one is interesting. Nightmare Fair. This is the return of the Celestial Toymaker, who is like a guy who forces people to play games. He was in the 1st Doctor era, and he was supposed to return for the 6th Doctor era before the season got cancelled. Graham Williams, who also worked with Tom Baker's, not his last season, but the 3 seasons before that, he worked with him. Also worked very closely with Douglas Adams. This story is a missing season, so not much is known about it, so it would be nice to read something that is lost in time. I've also got several other books here. I'm not going to go through too many more of them. I'll just take them out. Dalek Invasion of Earth, that's an episode. The Sensorites, that is also an episode. Cold Heart by Trevor Baxendale. He's another modern author. He did a few stories as well. The Year of Intelligent Tigers, that's an interesting title. Paul McGann, again, the 8th Doctor. Parallel 59 and the City of the Dead. Stephen Cole also worked with Parallel 59, it looks like. Interesting. Father Time. Oh, I like this cover. Look at this cover. And I like this tagline. I love her, the Doctor said. Of course you do. She's your daughter. Ooh, I wonder if this could be. Hope it's like The Doctor's Daughter, which is an episode that came later on in the David Tennant era. The Space Age by Steve Lyons. Interesting. So here's the Celestial Toymaker. This is the 1st episode of the Toymaker back in 1966, I believe. So interesting to see him back again. Vanishing Point, interesting cover. Looks kind of like Assassin's Creed a little bit there. Shadows of Avalon, nothing to do with Project Avalon. Ooh, I like this one. This cover right here. Frontier Worlds by Peter Angelides, or however you pronounce it. That's an interesting cover. 10 Little Aliens. Stephen Cole again, writing. And this is supposed to be a William Hartnell story, apparently. So, it's from the 50th Anniversary Collection. You can kind of tell from the cover. So it's an interesting 10 Little Aliens. I wonder what it could be talking about. Deep in the heart of a hollowed-out moon, the 1st Doctor finds a chilling secret. 10 alien corpses frozen in time at the moment of their death. So it could be interesting. And finally, this is another one of those episodes that wasn't really very good. Time Lash. I'm sure the book is better. The books are usually better than some of the bad episodes, because at least you can imagine the effects rather than having to see the crappy ones. This actually stars in the episode Paul Darrow, who plays Avon in Blake 7. He was also in a few other really big British productions. Well, that was my book haul slash unboxing for these old Doctor Who books, and including some from the 50th anniversary. And I wanted to thank my friend Trevor for getting me these books. Trevor Rocket, thank you very much. I look forward to reading these books. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, and it's really, really a big gift, and I thank you very much. So that's all for now. I am going to read these books soon, and I hope you enjoyed watching my first ever book haul, the nostalgic Doctor Who book haul. And remember to keep reading, and remember, literary gladiators.